Hello and welcome. I am Marisan Kyosuke, you can just call me Kyo, and welcome to the video series where we go through every character on HoloCure version 0.7, every character in alphabetical order, doing stage 5 using the little challenge of Halu 5 and Mono Weapon. If you want a longer explanation, feel free to go check out the first video of the series where I played as Aki Rose. Otherwise, enjoy. Tokoyami Towa. Her weapon is the Devil Assault Rifle. It fires projectiles rapidly in front. And her special is TM Devil Machine Gun. Towa equips a heavy machine gun, gains 100 ammo. Hold down the special attack button to continuously fire until ammo runs out. Or save it. Oh man, look at his outfit. No prism needed. Alright, first skill, Devil's Familiar. Summons Devil Familiar BB. BB drops ammo, which boosts the damage of Towa's main weapon, and special attack by 1.2 times. BB also fires a shot that deals 175% skill damage. As far as I know, that skill damage is full pierce. The interesting thing about this is it's the same ammo BB gives you as your ultimate. Every time you start a, group of shots, because this shoots more than one bullet per quote-unquote shot, it'll spend one ammo to increase the every weapon by this 1.2 times. Apex Shooter. All projectiles deal 1.3x damage. Projectiles attacks may reduce target speed by 2% up to 50 for 10 seconds. So that's just a straight up damage multiplier. Multiplicative with this, with Devil Familiar, I think. And then last is Mad Devilish. While targets within 60 pixels or 70 pixels, she gets Devil Energy. You'll see a gauge at the bottom left corner when we're in game. Towa gains Devil Energy. At 100 Devil Energy, trigger an attack that deals 200% skill damage with very large knockbacks. I think of it as like a big ol' roundhouse kick. I don't know what it actually is. You hear like a little scream, basically, in game, kind of. Wow! Right? Anyways, so she's got a gun. Starts with 3 bullets. Right? Cute. No Uber sheet. Extra bullet already. So I'll take Raven's Feather to get some damage. Are using a multi-shot weapon, which means her overall damage is split. We'll leave this. We can upgrade Halu faster. Speaking of Halu, no Beetle. Let's get this Halu. Boop. Some free extra levels. Anyways, we have ourselves a multi-shotter. So we're not taking study glasses, by the way. So when she gets the full auto, all of her damage is split, so it'll be way less than a character we used recently, aka Sora. Not Sora, Subaru. However, she gets the multi-shots early, so it gives off some decent amount of power. Assuming you hit with every bullet, right? We're gonna be running enough haste. As awkward as it sounds. Okay. So with her ult. Going over a lot of things at once, huh? It goes so quick. Yeah, we'll go run Picky. She gets 100 ammo. You can see in the bottom left corner that we have more than 100 ammo. Because BB's ammo adds to that, as I mentioned. And we can hold the button to shoot off a bunch. And then we can just stop and keep our ammo. So we got like 60 crits. We probably need this. Oh well. And our main weapon is doing 70, 80 crits. So it's pretty similar. We will work towards maxing out our weapon at the moment. Solo stamp, that's going to be useful. Not enough to be, like Nightly Milk useful. Anyways, we've got the Awakened Weapon. Increases the number of shots by 2. And there's a 5% chance to deal a headshot, which does 4x damage. So that's per bullet. Just a random chance to you'll just randomly see a number that's like an extra digit. Don't know why. Well, the idea is she headshotted. So because... what is our last 2 items, actually? A lot of damage multiplier, right? We'll max this tiara out. So there's a lot of items that we could be running. Gorilla's Paw, for example. Idol costume's pretty fun because it lets you use her heavy machine gun just like as much as you want. Are we running face mask? I think that's a little too much for our little gunner. We might have fun with idol costume. I'll keep thinking about it. We'll keep leveling up Gorilla's Paw for now. Anyway, so the more haste we have, the more bullets we go through. And basic Hope Soda is the opposite of what we were just thinking of. That is damage, though. Let's bullet max the solo stamp. So the faster we shoot, the more bullets we shoot, the faster we run out of bullets. Which means, I guess we're taking the idol costume. I didn't expect that for some reason. So the more bullets we use up, the sooner we don't have, you know, a 0.2 damage multiplier. So we kind of want to keep our bullets. So instead of... So I kind of actually enjoy running multi-stamp on this character. Let's check this out. RGB. Oh, that looks good. These nice comet trails on our guns. So I do like multi-stamp on this character. And if we have idol costume like this, we can kind of just shoot kind of often. The goal is we're gonna shoot diagonally through the middle boss, or middle mob. What that does is it kind of opens up a movement for us to keep going. Quote-unquote wall breaking, while at the same time getting a decent amount of kills for us to try to keep getting EXP for levels to keep scaling as the game goes on. Whee! But we do need enough haste. I don't really remember how much that is. I think we'll just take haste for now and hope we get that stamp sooner than later. Yeah, we'll hope for that. Pick up these bullets. We'd like a little bit more movement speed so we can get to the bullets more frequently. But, I mean, we're doing fine. Movement speed-wise. Our weapon's ranged. What's super nice about Towa's gun is that it has full pierce. So when she shoots, it's going to keep going until it hits the edge of the screen. It's not going to stop. Alright, so we got ourselves auto-fire, basically. I think there's a tiny break, but this is max fire rate, basically, with multi-stamp on. And if we are good about finding the bullets and picking them up, we will stay positive overall. Or at least neutral. So we can kind of just use bullets kind of as we need. Especially to pow down bosses with. Which is why with this build we don't really need... What's this thing called? Idol costume. Too much. Because we'll find generally enough bullets to keep ourselves even by the time our ult's back up, especially if we're not really using it. But might as well empty the gun every time your ult is ready. But we'll use some up now this time. Alright, so we don't need haste, but I kind of want to be able to drop the haste stamp for a different stamp. So we are going to pick up haste still. Oh, shark! Okay. If your multi-shot character ever gets to the point where you shoot a salvo through a group and they don't die, Knockback Stamp. Knockback Stamp is a huge, huge boon. Another interesting build with Towa in order to encapsulate on you're kind of stuck focusing on the wall to break out of problems so you can't get a lot of kills is to run Focus Shades. What they do is on a crit they leave a debuff on the enemy that ticks 100% of your damage over 5 seconds every second. We will health hold though. So what that lets you do is kind of spray and pray, and like things that like get nicked by your gun but you like can't focus on them, they'll eventually die. Because it's kind of like getting hit with 5 of the bullets, so most of these things are gonna die in 5 bullets. So you nicked them with your weapon, and then they'll die eventually, therefore giving you, were we out of bullets at one point? Giving you XP drops. Though generally, I don't run Focus Shades myself on any character. I think we did with, we might have with Aki Rose to see if it did debuff stuff, which I don't think it did. And we did on, Hachima, because we're just doing full all-in dots. It was a pretty funny thing. And we have our ult back, so let's use up our bullets. Reload. Oh, this is the first anvil we were able to use here? Oh no. I think this setup's fine. Alright, we're out of holds, which means we can start finding a little bit more haste again. What do I want? I want a emergency heal stamp. And that's about it. Beeboo. Beeboo. Okay. So we are gonna sell off a bunch of these. Only leaving the 2 in the middle so that when we get a vampire stamps drop, lifesteal stamp drop, we can max it out in case we run into issues. I'll take this. Ooh, look at all these burgers. That's nice. Oh. There we go. Here's our safety net. Excellent. And we'll just leave it in the middle here. That way, at any time if we need it, we can hit the dash button, the dodge button, and just zip on over to it. Nice and easy. We still need haze. Let's use our bullets up. But as you can see, we're actually able to take out this wall while running full speed at it with our ult. Because we do... Ow, okay. Yeah, don't run out of ults, though. So grab this. And he goes, yeah, shoot diagonal. It hits edge, and it hits new guys that are starting to spawn on the opposite side, giving you a place to run. And that's how we, overall, avoid getting cornered. Okay, that should be good enough. We can stop using our ult up, and we'll eventually get to that. There we go. And we're back to pretty decent little space. These guys are living quite more than we'd like them to. Hey, it saw 1.4k from the headshot trigger. Alright, let's bust some down. We got our ult back up, so let's keep using them. Whee! Alright, we're almost back up to auto fire. Not quite. What's our haste? 115? Need a little bit more. We'll try to get that number. of auto fire. Might be as high as 150, but as low as 130. Just to really get that. Alright, our ult's back up. Let's take a shot. Almost there. Oh, there we go. Pretty much there. It might be 125 even. Let me take his bullets. Thank you. So, yeah, the only issue is, yeah, since our clear is such a small, narrow line, and we're at 10 minutes in, our bullets are still only doing 300 to 400 crits outside of the random headshot. Yeah, sure, we've got infinite fire, basically, but it's very narrow. Well, we'll belt bosses pretty quickly. Let's get some speed going on. That's really going to help us out. But this... Alright, there's a boss. Let's get out. And there you go. 8 seconds. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's yank all of the enemies back down. We've got the Lunar Knights, who are pretty darn tanky for what they are. So weird. Oh man, Towa, Watame, and then finally Zeta. Just in time for the New Year's. That's the next, that's the lineup, guys. That's all we got left. Not sure if anybody bothered watching the, you know, all of the videos, but hopefully, you know, nice little reference to look into. Most of the characters, if I made a meme build at the very end, I'll mention what a real build, what I would probably have done with the character. And then the characters that were like real builds, then, well, you can change a couple things. For your comfort, for how powerful your account is. Because there is a lot of power that you have to build up first, for comfort. So get those upgrades. Get those upgrades. I think movement speed's super important. It lets you actually like avoid things. You know, not taking damage is the biggest defense. And it's also a really good offense. It lets you move around and get to your experience that you are creating. So definitely would suggest upgrading movement speed first. If you can't kill literally anything, but you're not running marketing and you're not running Halu, then there's a decent chance that you could just run circles, corral everything in the game. That'd be an interesting thing to try. There's a tiny delay, but it's basically gone. 135% haste with the stamp. The multi-stamp is basically full auto. Close enough. Yeesh, they're a little tanky, aren't they? So we'll stop picking it. We'll ignore haste at all costs. Good luck. Good luck to us. Ignoring haste is pretty hard. Alright, we've got ult up. Ah! Wait, how long is, we've had a couple, stamps down there. I forgot about the marking stamp. Marking stamp's really good. But, like, single target damage is the only thing we're not worried about. Ooh, not bad. If we get them all grouped up in this middle, and then we strafe it, we actually delete the entire mob. That's pretty crazy. Ah, let me out, let me out, let me out. There we go. Ult's back up. The only issue I have is that if we change our aim mid-bullets, mid-shot, it doesn't change very quickly because it has to finish the current salvo. Which is why there's a more powerful version of the character, which is to have enough haste to multi-shot without, or to auto-fire without the stamp. But then you kind of have a hard time using your ult during that. Money, money, money. Oh, as a note, I should probably mention this. The Towa hat, the devil hat, as an item, it has a unlisted 20-second cooldown, 30-second cooldown after the buff ends before you can activate it again. So, if I remember correctly, the timing on Towa's ult base is about the same as uptime plus downtime of the hat. So you don't need idle costume with the hat to keep the hat buff up. Well, all the time that you can have it. Unfortunately, that does mean that the hat buff is not permanent. It will have downtime, and I just kind of don't like that. Which is why, as soon as I learned about that, I'm like, oh, hat's dead. Bad item. Never using it. But timing-wise, like, you could probably have it so that every time a boss is up, you could just pop your ult. But, a couple places, yeah, like on Endless, the end bosses can be problematic. But a lot of the problem is when your character isn't strong enough to deal with mobs, and that's where, like, oftentimes, at least I think, is where death comes. So we need the more consistent damage output to deal with mobs, rather than the burst damage and damage windows that you would be seeing in other games. And, well, the awkward part about it is that since it's projectile damage up, it additively stacks with Towa's buff, making it worse than something else. Because if you pick up the other... Actually, Picky Picky's also additive, I think. From the wording, feels like it would be. But, you know, the number gets so big. What are we doing? We're doing crit here. I would like this. So, Monkey Paw. Once you have the crit up. And... like, face mask. What's it called? Hope Soda, even. Also, even a bit better than the hat is. Yeah. But yeah, it kind of sometimes feels like she might not do enough damage. Sometimes, depending on the map. And if you have her Gotcha Koi, if you're eating the right food, etc., you might not have enough damage output. And so you'll find yourself needing more defensive items, because you'll be taking chip damage from walls and stuff more often. But, I mean, I think knockback stamp basically will solve all your issues there. But you can feel free to run, what is it? Membership Picky Picky Bandage. makes you tanky enough without losing too much, I guess. In order to basically last. You can take chip damage, keep trying to get kills. Alright, we want this. Alright, let's get out. Pew pew pew. Yeah, 140. 135, 140 haste. Target number. If you're using projectile up stamp. Otherwise, heck if I know. No, we don't need either of these. I mean, I'll do pickup, whatever. Let's shoot our bullets off. Reload. I like the just random, like, 2.2 thousand we see because of the headshots. But, what's our damage per bullet? Like, up to 600 crit. Got a little bit of extra AoE in there to try to, like, if we only glance something with one of the bullets, it might die because of bomb stamp. Ah! Don't get cornered. Yeah, I feel like in the past, a lot of my deaths were because of running into a palm tree, etc. Except this was like stage 2 and 3 hard. So just getting stuck on a piece of terrain and just like really getting stuck to it. And so the enemies catch up to you and they insta-kill you. I feel like that was a lot of deaths I had in the past. Because we can kind of, like, as long as we don't run into anything, we can kind of just run enough circles to survive. There we go. We don't need this out. Let's see if we can get to +7. We have a ton of bullets, and we have our ult back up. Try it. Boom! 11 seconds? No marking. Let's go. Not bad. So Towa, high single target damage would definitely suggest builds similar to this. You know, most of it just focused on damage, really. Towa hat, not really good. Idle costume's not really all that necessary, in my opinion. It's just kind of there. It's a nice little additive, but I'd replace it with, like, I don't know, focus shades, I guess. Hope soda, kind of. Anyways, that's it, guys. There's a Towa. And there's the clear. Thank you all for watching, and please come join us over on YouTube or on Twitch at twitch.tv/marisankyosuke_TV, same name as this YouTube account. Would love to have you. Come chat and say hi, or just lurk. You don't have to talk at all. And of course, blah blah blah, like, comment, subscribe if you don't know already. That's how all YouTube content creators get discovered eventually. So, other than that, take care. Bye bye.